Good morning. Good morning. My name is Jackie Dzelski. I'm on staff at the Manatee Chamber of Commerce, and welcome to the 4th Annual Champions of Healthcare Awards. I think that deserves a round of applause. We are so excited about packing the room here at the Fett Ballroom. As you'll hear throughout some of the comments from the folks you'll hear from this morning, we set a number of records for attendance and participation at this year's awards. In just 4 short years, the Champions of Healthcare Awards have grown to be an amazing celebration of the great things that are going on in this community because of the generosity of people and businesses and programs that all support the health of our community in so many different ways. So before we get really rolling through the program, I would ask that you please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you so much. What I'd like to do before I bring up our chairman of the board from the Manatee Chamber of Commerce is go through some of the logistics of the program, do some explaining to you of all of the people and businesses that have allowed this event to take place this morning. You've noticed some people have ribbons on their name tags, and I wanted to let you know what those are signifying. Those are recognizing the sponsors, of which we have so many businesses and organizations that step forward to help us produce these awards, and so we will thank them several times during the program. They also, of course, are listed in your printed program. The nominees for our awards have red ribbons as well, and we had 99 nominations this year for the Champions of Healthcare Awards. So that leads me to say is, seriously, people, can we get to 100 next year just to be able to say? 99. Finalists as well, you'll notice that our award finalists this year, our judges had an unbelievable task in having to whittle down 99 nominations to the finalists that you'll be hearing more about in a few minutes. Finalists have ribbons on their name tags as well. As you may know, we announced 3 of the 10 category winners ahead of time, and so our Lifetime Achievement Award winner, Dr. Peter Mattina, has a special ribbon, as does our youth volunteer. Yes, Dr. Mattina. As does our youth volunteer, who you'll hear more about as well. Flor Zamora, a student at Manatee High School, has a special ribbon on her name tag. If you take a look in your program, pages 6 through 7 is where we list all of the nominees for this year's awards, so I hope you'll take a glance at that, and when you run into these individuals and the businesses and organizations they represent, I hope you'll take an opportunity to congratulate them for all of the amazing things they're doing in our community. We also have the finalists listed in our program, and then I also wanted to recognize we have several past winners from the Healthcare Awards with us that were able to join us, and so I wanted to recognize Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine, LECOM. They are a past winner. We have Jill Gass joining us. Jill is a past winner. Diane Lehman with Blake Medical Center is a past winner. Vernon Desir, who's right here in front of me, Vernon Desir with Manatee Memorial Hospital and the Manatee Memorial Foundation. And Dr. Stephen Tinsworth, Tinsworth Orthodontics as well, joined us. So thank you all. And now I'll take an opportunity to thank our sponsors, because as I've mentioned, without their financial support of this event, it would not be possible to put on what we've been able to do as a team together. So our presenting sponsor, Regions Bank, Gerhard Toth and his team at Regions, thank you so much. We couldn't do it without you, and we're going to give away a green bike today, aren't we? Our scholarship sponsor that makes it possible for us to recognize our youth volunteer is Florida Blue, and Randall Woods and his team from Florida Blue. Thank you, Randall. Our major media sponsor, who does so much to promote this event and allow us to get to 99 nominations from our community as a whole and pack this room this morning, the Bradenton Herald, Bob Turner and his team. And our corporate sponsors as well. We have Alltrust with Steve Hall, Alltrust Insurance and his team. BB&T Insurance Services, Mystery Slimick and John Laurie and their team. Blake Medical Center, Dan Frederick, Melissa Morgan, and their team with 2 tables there. I think we're going to hear a lot of noise from their tables today. CNK Realty, Ken Hughes and his team. Kaiser University, Todd Cunningham and Violetta Huseman and the team at Kaiser University. Lakewood Ranch Medical Center, Lisa Kirkland and her great team at Lakewood Ranch. LECOM, Dr. George and Dr. Ferretti. LECOM, thank you so much. Manatee Memorial Hospital, Kevin DeLallo, Vernon Desir, Betty Chambliss, and the team at Manatee. State College of Florida, Dr. Probsfeld, Dr. Mears, Daisy Volovich, and the team at State College. Suncoast Behavioral Health Systems, Brandy Hamilton. Ultra Wellness Doctors, Dr. Sevilla. And the University of South Florida, Sarasota Manatee, Dennis Stover, Dr. Stone, and the team at USF. Please give them all a round of applause. And then no community event would be complete without the support of Manatee Educational Television, and so Charles and his team get up at the crack of dawn to come to this event. We're here setting up late last night, as they do for every event. You all have noticed you had some gifts on your tables, so all of those sponsors that we just recognized had the opportunity to stuff really good things into those bags. So I noticed probably y'all had to put them on the floor so they're not in your way, but there are some really nice things that our sponsors have generously given above and beyond their sponsorship, so please enjoy those goodie bags with the compliments of all of those sponsors. And then my last list of supporters today is a very important group of businesses and organizations to the Manatee Chamber and to our community as a whole, which are the platinum level sponsors of the Manatee Chamber. And I would like to please take a moment, we'll hold our applause to the end, but to recognize the companies that invest heavily in the Chamber and our mission that allows us to put on events and programs like the Champions of Healthcare, in addition to a lot of things that help grow our local economy and make sure that we have the very best quality of life possible in Manatee County. Those organizations are Blaylock Walters, PA, the Bradenton Herald, Manatee County Government, MCR Health Services, All Care Options, Manatee Memorial Hospital, the Mosaic Company, NDC Construction, the Pittsburgh Pirates and Bradenton Marauders, Raymond James and Associates, Bruce Body, Sarasota Bradenton International Airport, and Shinnon Company. Thank you all to your companies for your support. We also have the support today of Suncoast Professional Photography. The June issue of the Chambers Magazine will feature in a multi-page spread the awards today and all of our winners. Suncoast Professional Photography is here to take our big cover shot at the end when we have all of our finalists and winners come up on stage for group photos. So thank you so much to Bonnie and David and Turner Tree and Landscape for all of the trees that I didn't have to grow myself and try to bring here. So thank you to Daryl and his team. Now I would like to bring up, before we serve breakfast, the Chamber's chairman of the board in 2016, Ms. Trudy Moon with Air and Energy.
I like the way she said Miss Trudy Moon. I'll have to tell Stuart that this evening. Good morning. As she said, I am Trudy Moon, and I own Air and Energy, a company in Manatee County serving air conditioning, plumbing, and electrical. And I am very proud to be this year's chairman of the board for the Manatee Chamber of Commerce. I came in here this morning thinking we'd have some people, but I sure didn't expect 350 people, and this is fantastic. Jackie, where's Jackie? Jackie works tirelessly for this. It is probably one of her most exciting events, and certainly it makes a lot of difference for our community. So thank you again, Jackie. You work so hard. This is our 4th year, as Jackie mentioned, and 4 short years ago, there was nobody in this room, okay? I mean, 4 years we were able to do this. And we like to know that everybody here, we are recognizing people, programs, and the institutions that make healthcare in Manatee County something very, very special. We owe our thanks to those serving on the the Chamber's Healthcare Committee for their efforts in creating a lasting and very high-profile awards program. This committee is the largest of our 25 committees. There are 50 people on this committee. I'd like anybody that is on this committee to please stand and be recognized. Again, these people work tirelessly. 50 people on a committee. Wow. Wow. We are doing a lot. This impressive committee works so hard on all healthcare initiatives, all your legislative priorities, and also this year they have launched Health Links program. And this is with the Department of Health to encourage more employees doing wellness offerings within the workplace. You're going to hear a whole lot more about that, but it is becoming something that's going to be very important to all employers. The Chamber takes a leadership role in healthcare, and basically it's to support our own mission. And our mission is to build a positive business environment while enhancing our community's quality of life. Nothing is more important in our quality of life than our health. So thank you all for supporting it. We all know and accept the importance of a strong, vibrant healthcare industry. It also supports and is our largest workforce in the county. So thank you again. We are so proud that we can recognize these champions of healthcare, taking time to celebrate all the accomplishments you will hear about today. Congratulations to all of the nominees. We know we have many finalists, and of course, all the winners. Next year, Jackie wants 100 nominees. You won't believe how many times and how many meetings we've heard that we only have 99. So before Tommy and Jamie's team and what a beautiful, beautiful room they have set up for us. And before they serve us our breakfast, I'm going to, which I cannot even find, Jonathan Fleece, our past chairman of the board and managing partner of Blaylock Walters, to come and deliver our invocation. Thank you, Jonathan. He was a lot of fun to follow, too.
Trudy, you can always find me. Please join me in a moment of reflection. O Creator of life, to whom we give praise this morning, permit us a moment to pause. As your beaming rays shine over us, fill our minds with gratitude and inspiration over the many servants who we honor here this morning. Nourish our bodies and remind us that there should be no division if we truly seek good health. If one part suffers, every part suffers with it. When one part is honored, every part rejoices with it. Remind us that, like the body, when one soul falls astray, the collective suffers. Alternatively, united minds, bodies, and souls have the power to transform the world into truly healthy and whole beings. We will remain hungry until your holiness fills what is empty. So with mercy, feed us this morning in every way. And with this prayer, we all say, thanks be to God. Amen.
Now, without further ado, I am going to call up Steve Hall with All Trust. Steve is the chairman of the Chamber's Healthcare Committee. As you heard from Trudy, it's the largest committee at our chamber, which you may not know there are 25 committees at our chamber working on all kinds of issues important to our community. And Steve has the difficult job of keeping, as Trudy said, more than 50 of us on target and focused on healthcare. So Steve, I think you get to call up some winners here.
All right, good morning, everybody. Glad this is my second time doing it, so I'm not as nervous as I was the first time, but I'm still a little jittery, so bear with me as I work out some kinks. But good morning, everybody. Please continue to enjoy your breakfast while we move along with the awards program. I hope you're enjoying your breakfast, and I want to thank Tommy and Jamie, Jordan, Luke, and all the staff at the Polo Grill for a delicious way to start the day. Very nice looking breakfast. As Jackie shared earlier, we are so pleased to have received 99 nominations for this year's awards. As you might imagine, it was an extremely difficult task to select the finalists and winners from among our nominees. Every nominee is a winner and contributes to the quality of healthcare in Manatee County and the quality of life we have all come to enjoy. This year, I had the honor of joining 4 fantastic individuals who were tasked with selecting our finalists and winners. We spent many hours reviewing hundreds of pages of information on our nominees. I think Jackie took a picture to show how much information you all shared with us through these nominations. What's that? 2 inches thick. 2 inches thick, approximately. I know when it showed up at my doorstep, I was a little nervous because that was a lot of reading. The choices were so difficult to make, and I know that these nominees and finalists will be nominated again for their amazing work they do in our community. Please help me thank our judges as I ask them to stand. Christy Cardillo with Shin & Company. Nicole Dolson with Manatee Memorial Hospital. Julie Galvano with Blake Medical Center. Valerie Vale with Manatee County Medical Association. And myself, and I was the token male in the room. I have to tell you, this is the second year I had the opportunity to work in this committee, and the knowledge that each one of our judges has about individuals within our community, the way the health system works. It's a humbling experience, and a lot of time and effort went into trying to narrow it down to the finalists. So it was a privilege to work with you all, and I appreciate it. Thank you. I now have the distinct honor of introducing 25 people, programs, and institutions that were selected as finalists this year. I ask that each of them stand and remain standing to be recognized. In the adult volunteer category, we have Dr. Suzanne Dickey with League of Women Voters. Annette Larkin with Happy Cubs Child Care Center. Cynthia Wanacott with Blake Medical Center. In the Innovation and Research category, we have HealthLinks Florida. Aaron Laird with Florida Department of Health in Manatee County. Cure for You. In the institution and program category, we have Burn Care Services at Blake Medical Center. Drug-Free Manatee. Samaritan Counseling Services of the Gulf Coast. In the Allied Health Professional category, we have Luz Cosera with Unidos Now. Dr. Kirsten Schroeder with LECOM Bradenton. Dr. Judy Sedgman with 3 Principal Living. In the nurse category, we have Lori Dangler with Remote Area Medical and Tidewell Hospice. Kathy Hood with Blake Medical Center. Sue Troxler with School District of Manatee County. In the physician category, we have Dr. Jim Gainey with Bradenton Surgical Associates. Dr. Joe Gainey with Bradenton Internal Medicine. Dr. Tom Gainey with Bradenton Internal Medicine. Dr. James Little with Turning Points, and Dr. Charles Polis, a urologist. In the Individual of Merit category, we have Dr. Richard Conard with Remote Area Medical, Senator Bill Galvano with Florida Senate, Sandy Kirkpatrick, Board President, Turning Points, In our final three categories, we have already announced the winners. You will hear much more about them in the next few minutes. Please allow them to stand with the other finalists. In our Community Impact category, we have Remote Area Medical, in our Youth Volunteer category, we have Flora Zamora, Manatee High, she's a Manatee High School student and volunteer with Healthy Teens Coalition. And our Lifetime Achievement honoree is Dr. Peter Matina, a dermatologist. Please join me in giving all of these finalists a rousing, rowdy cheer of appreciation. Okay, now the moment you've all been waiting for. I have the honor of announcing the winners in the first several categories. After each winner is announced and they make their way to the stage, we will share a video that highlights some of the accomplishments and impact these champions are having in our community. They are also welcome to share a few words with us this morning. Drum roll, please. Keep it going, just kidding. Our first category this morning is Adult Volunteer. This category recognizes individuals in our community who volunteer for the betterment of health of people in our community. The nominees in this category have collectively given thousands of hours volunteering in Manatee County through a number of medical facilities and nonprofits. Our winner uses her passion to educate others about healthcare issues. Please give a huge round of applause for Dr. Suzanne Dickey, our 2016 Adult Volunteer Award winner. Suzanne has given a tremendous time to the League of Women Voters, and fellow board member Marjorie Martini came to the METV studio to share some thoughts on Suzanne's impact. While a winner makes her way forward, please enjoy this video.
On behalf of Rosalie Schaefer, President, the Board, and the membership of the League of Women Voters of Manatee County, we thank the Manatee Chamber of Commerce for naming Suzanne Dickey as this year's Champion of Healthcare for her volunteerism. Sue is a tireless worker and provider of information about the current healthcare system. When the Affordable Care Act was passed in 2010, Sue stepped up to the challenge of educating the public concerning their health care options, the need to increase access to health care, and to establish a health education program. Sue read all 2,000 pages of the Affordable Care Act, and using a presentation developed by the League, delivered more than 50 free presentations to the community. Sue also created a brochure so that attendees had information to take home. Healthcare access and patient advocacy are her passions. As chair of the League's Health Committee, Sue continued patient advocacy for improved health care by being active with the Community Health Assessment Project here in Manatee County. Sue chaired the Forces for Change subcommittee. Surveys were designed and distributed to many organizations, senior care residences, and online. Results became part of the county's health improvement plan. On this and so many other projects, Sue provides thoughtful leadership, a dedication to learning, and a talent for analysis and communication. Thank you, Sue, for being a tireless advocate for the health and well-being of all residents of Manatee County. You are a champion.
Excuse me, thank you so much. This really, though, is an award to the League of Women Voters. Without the Florida League, the educational process would not have begun. They provided a wonderful PowerPoint, updated regularly, and the local league supported me in every possible way. So my thanks to the league and my thanks to all of you.
I think I forgot to mention humility. Awesome. Our next category is innovation and research. This category seeks to recognize a person or organization whose work within their field has resulted in a breakthrough of major development in medical or health sciences. This year's winners' achievements are using technology to help patients assess their personal health information. Please help me in congratulating Cure4You, our 2016 Champions of Healthcare winner in the Innovation and Research category. Would Dr. Monica and Torsten Bolberg, co-founders of Cure4You, please come up to accept this award? Oh, I missed a paragraph, excuse me. We have a video to share with you in which Jonathan Fleece shares why the technology developed by Cure4You can empower all of us to take stronger ownership in our own health.
Good morning. I'm Jonathan Fleece, serving as the managing partner of the Blaylock Walters law firm and past chairman of this great chamber. Thomas Edison said, "There is always a better way to do things, so go find it." It is a privilege to introduce you to Cure4You, a company that is a true champion in healthcare, because the founders, Monica and Torsten, live and breathe this quote. Cure4You has found a better way to use and disseminate health information for the betterment of humanity. What an honor for all of us that such an internationally known health information technology company calls Manatee County its home. Imagine a day when all of our health information comes to life in an easy and empowering format. We will know nearly everything about our state of health, moment by moment, so that our healthcare teams can help to prevent chronic and acute conditions such as cancers, strokes, and heart attacks. Yes, our vital health information will be with us always through smartwatches, phones, and other technology. Cure4You delivers this new health age technology today in a platform they created themselves. Both Monica and Torsten are asked by groups around the globe to share their knowledge and expertise on health information technology at an international level. And then they get to come back home to Manatee County after all that globetrotting. I'm proud to serve as Cure4You's healthcare attorney and call Monica and Torsten my friends. Congratulations to you both and to your team at Cure4You. Thomas Edison would be proud.
Thank you so much. This means a lot for me and my team. Our team, we have the most amazing team. We have people working for us in 3 different countries, trying to build a platform that really helps doctors help more patients. But I will say that we are the lucky ones, having found Manatee County. We've lived in 4 different countries, we're traveling a lot, but this community, I mean, the efforts, the people that are working here really trying to help more patients get healthier. I've never been in a place like this before. So we love it here. Thank you so much.
I was just told to get out of the picture, so. I'll try not to let it happen again. Our next category is the institution and program category, designed to recognize the impact of facility, business, nonprofit, school, government agency, or a program within an institution for its impact on healthcare in our community. Our winner this morning would say that their mission is to someday never be needed, but sadly, that realistically would never be the case. Reading about the coalition building they do to tackle heart-wrenching epidemic really made an impact on our judges. Please help me honoring Drug-Free Manatee. As our 2016 Champions of Healthcare Award winner in the institution and program category, we asked Melissa Larkin Skinner to help us understand the mission of Drug-Free Manatee. Let's watch the video. I asked Sharon Kramer, please come up to accept this award.
During 2014 and 2015, Manatee County experienced a heroin overdose epidemic. Citizens of our community were overdosing and dying at unprecedented rates, and we were considered the epicenter of the heroin and fentanyl problem in Florida. Even when the epidemic was in its infancy, Drug-Free Manatee stepped in. Sharon, Rita, their staff, and volunteers took the lead and brought community stakeholders together. Their coordination efforts eventually led to the creation of an addiction crisis task force. The task force focused on developing and implementing a community response plan to immediately diminish the terrible impact of the heroin epidemic. I am happy to say the number of overdoses has decreased significantly since the end of 2015. Thanks to Drug-Free Manatee's efforts, the Addiction Crisis Task Force is a firmly established stakeholder group with strategic goals to address this crisis and the next one. What may have started as a rallying cry to solve an immediate problem has evolved into a collaborative community group focused on ensuring Manatee County can respond to our next challenge. Thank you, Drug-Free Manatee, for bringing the community together to fight the disease of addiction.
Well-kept secret, Melissa. I am so honored on behalf of Drug-Free Manatee. The Addiction Crisis Task Force brought together partners across the county that really wanted to make a difference. We were in an epidemic. Melissa actually testified in Washington about this, so she spoke well on the video. But it's all of the partners in this county that came together to address the epidemic. Manatee County in Florida was the epicenter, but it is a national crisis, and I'm so proud of the Addiction Crisis Task Force, and on behalf of them, thank you very much.
Our next category is the Allied Health Professional category. This category seeks to recognize all those professionals whose work is critical to the overall workings of our healthcare system. PAs, educators, administrators, PTs, OTs, EMTs, mental health, and other allied health professionals. Our winner this morning was nominated for the work she does to empower people to find joy and resilience in life. Through her, that was a typo, it was a him, sorry. Through her volunteerism, she is helping people thrive through emotional wellness. Please help me congratulate Dr. Judy Sedgman, owner of 3 Principal Living. Dr. Sedgman is our 2016 Champions of Healthcare Allied Health Professional Award winner. Let's hear more about Judy's accomplishments from Ashley Brown, who sees the impact she makes for the clients of the Women's Resource Center. And Judy, please make your way to the stage.
Dr. Judy Sedgman has been working with the Women's Resource Center of Manatee for over 3 years now. Judy is recognized as a worldwide leader in innate health, and she makes the work she does affordable and accessible to our community through her partnership with the WRC. The typical counseling client at the center is dealing with transition and change and are overwhelmed by the turmoil in their lives. Giving them the opportunity to connect with Judy helps them calm down and think clearly. When you have clarity of thought, you're able to make good choices and decisions. When individuals embrace the concept that they are in fact responsible for their lives and choices, they're empowered. Judy helps people feel empowered, and when they do, they want more for themselves and their families. They start to create a plan of what they want their life to be and the steps they need to take to turn that plan into action. Judy helps people connect with their ability to see their lives, their circumstances, and themselves differently. Judy has also volunteered her time through a number of other organizations to help improve the health of our community. These include Manatee Healthcare Alliance, the Manatee Chambers Healthcare Committee, Realize Bradenton, and many others. Her goal is to inspire others to find their own natural well-being and bring understanding into their life and work. Congratulations, Judy. You're truly a champion of health, particularly mental health and the human spirit in Manatee County.
I'm still in shock. Thank you so much. It's just been a joy working with the Women's Resource Center and also just being a part, again, of Manatee County, which is a place that I really love. And everything that we do here, I said to somebody earlier, you know, this is a community which is always all hands on deck. You need something done, you ask, and people rise to the occasion and help. So I feel like I'm just part of a big tapestry of people, wonderful people in service to mankind and others, and it's a great honor. Thank you very much.
I had the opportunity to serve on a committee at the Manatee Healthcare Alliance for a while with Dr. Sedgman, and my takeaway was that stress is a leading cause of all critical illness, and through her services, she's able to help individuals with that, and I think we can all probably do a little less stress in our life. Our next category is a nurse category, which is designed to honor a nurse or nurse practitioner. We've all met them, those amazing individuals who are entrusted to care for us and our loved ones at the most difficult times in our lives. Today's award winner and all of our nominees in this category deliver off-the-charts care for patients and their families. And what distinguishes all of our nominees in this category is the extra work and compassion they deliver outside of their job description. The colleagues of our winner recognize her as a true leader of her team of more than 80 nurses and a tireless advocate of children's health. Please help me in congratulating Sue Troxler, Health Services Specialist with the School District of Manatee County as our 2016 Champions of Healthcare Award winner in the nurse category. On screen to share a little bit about what makes Sue such a champion are Cheryl Stewart and Char McLean. Ms. Troxler, please make your way to the stage.
On behalf of Wileen Herring Cayasso, Director of ESE, it is our honor to recognize Sue Troxler as a champion of healthcare. Sue Troxler is on a mission. She wants to see every student succeed by ensuring that they are in class, healthy, and ready to learn. As the Health Services Specialist for the School District of Manatee County, Sue supervises more than 80 staff members who serve 52,000 local children.
Sue's leadership inspires her staff to reach for lofty goals and achieve more. They describe her as supportive, enthusiastic, and unselfish. Under her leadership, more than 400,000 health services are delivered to Manatee County students, including 350,000 nursing assessments in 1 year alone. Services include screenings, immunizations, wellness, education, and medical referrals.
People who have worked with Sue describe her as a tireless advocate for for the health and well-being for students. Under her vocal and visible leadership, the district's healthcare staffing has increased, as have the services provided to the students. Her nomination for this award came with a large number of testimonials from partners in the community who all say that their work has benefited from Sue's influence.
She serves with several community groups, including the Healthy Teens Coalition, Manatee Healthcare Alliance, and St. Vincent de Paul Society. She is also committed to the vital role that health plays in children's presence and achievement in school through the Campaign for Grade Level Reading. She has been instrumental in educating her staff on the whole health model of caring for students to include physical, medical, and dental and emotional health.
One testimonial summed it up by saying Sue's approach is the epitome of a Good Samaritan. Congratulations to Sue Troxler for being a champion of the health of all students in Manatee County.
Wow, this is a surprise. Besides being totally out of my comfort zone at the moment, this is truly a just huge, huge privilege and honor, considering the company that I am with, and especially in Manatee County, with all the fabulous, fabulous healthcare providers that we have. It is also very humbling, and again, I thank the Chamber of Commerce for providing these events. One message I have is that to my school nurse team, that this is not my award, this is our award. I just really try and stay out of their way and help them and support them and remove obstacles and let them do what they do so well. The community is lucky to have the school nurses in the schools that they do that are so passionate about their job and such strong advocates for students and their families. Let me just again say thank you to my school nurse team because you're so wonderful. Thank you to my boss, Pauline Herring-Cayasso, and all of school administration who supports us so well and what we try to do every day for students. And thanks to my wonderful husband who doesn't complain when I come home late from work. And thank you, dear God, for the opportunity and the guidance that you give to all of the nurses, including myself, every day to take care of kids. Thank you.
All right, our next category is the physician category. This is an extraordinarily difficult category to which to pick just one winner due to the tremendous personal and professional accomplishments of all the nominees, and in particular our 5 finalists. The nominations that were submitted list countless hours of service to others these medical and dental professionals give in our community, including to those who are the most vulnerable. Many stood out for their compassion and immediate willingness to help patients and serve our community in ways that go far beyond their own practices. But the judges were allowed to only pick one winner, and we are so pleased to congratulate Dr. James Little as our 2016 Champions of Healthcare Award winner. Dr. Little is our 2016 Champions of Healthcare Award winner in the physician category for his amazing service and leadership to Turning Points and its dental clinic. We've asked Adele Arosier, Executive Director of Turning Points, to share with us on camera a little bit of what Dr. Little has done to address critical dental needs in our community.
When Turning Points, originally known as the Community Coalition on Homelessness, began planning for a one-stop service center in 2005, we wanted to know what the people experiencing homelessness felt they needed, so it could be incorporated in our new center. We were shocked to learn from the results of needs assessments how many people indicated medical and dental care were inaccessible for them, and this strengthened our resolve to find a way to provide basic dental care in our new center. We included 2 dental rooms in our plans, but Even during construction, we had no idea how we could really start a dental program. Then one day, Dr. Little showed up on our doorstep looking to help, having been referred by one of our foundation supporters. The rest is history. With no thought of compensation, he readily accepted total responsibility for everything related to the startup of the dental program, including getting equipment donated, ensuring we were following all the regulatory requirements, and recruiting volunteers to work along with him in the dental clinic. Since those first days, he has consistently gone above and beyond in service of our clients. He has helped many people with life-threatening illnesses resolve their oral health issues so they can get life-saving surgeries or cancer treatment. He has pulled thousands of teeth and enabled people to obtain or restore their smiles, and has treated everyone with respect, dignity, and compassion that is inspirational to us all. We are honored to have him working in our one-stop clinic. Dr. Little is truly a champion of healthcare in our community. Since I'm not able to be here this morning to celebrate with you, I wish you congratulations and a speedy recovery.
I don't often find myself speechless, but today is one of those occasions. Again, I thank the Chamber of Commerce, and I don't know who nominated me, but I thank that person. I thank the judging board and everybody who voted for me. But it's not an award for me, it's for wonderful staff around me. I could not, and we could not achieve what we do without the help of many volunteers, front desk personnel, chairside assistants, hygienists, and other volunteer doctors to serve the underserved in Manatee County. As you probably know, the dental clinic is just a small part of the overall project called Turning Points, which renders all sorts of aid and assistance to the disadvantaged and not only the homeless, but those unfortunate people who are about to be homeless. And typically, as we interview our patients, it's been 10, 15, 20 years since they've been to a dentist. And we are so happy to, one, get them out of pain, restore their smile, improve their self-worth and self-esteem, and improve their employability so they can lift themselves up through other programs and become a gainful part of our community. So again, I thank everybody and the Chamber again, and I'll quit talking. Thank you very much.
Our next category is the Individual of Merit category. Through this award, we strive to honor an individual who may or may not be a healthcare professional whose service as a board member, philanthropist, elected official, community leader, or volunteer goes beyond his or her day job to improve and support healthcare in Manatee County. This category really highlights the outstanding service and leadership of people in our community to significantly improve the health of Manatee County through leadership and philanthropy. Our award winner today epitomizes the impact that can happen when people giving of their time, talents, and treasure. His background is not in healthcare, but the ways in which he chooses to unselfishly give back definitely improve the lives of others. Please help me in honoring Sandy Kirkpatrick, our 2016 Champions of Healthcare Award. Sandy is our 2016 Champions of Healthcare Individual of Merit Award winner. Let's hear from Margie Dawson and Marjorie Genter about the leadership Sandy shows in our community.
Congratulations to Sandy Kirkpatrick for being named a Champion of Healthcare. Sandy is the board chair for Turning Points, our Manatee County one-stop center for people who are homeless or at risk of homelessness. He also serves on our medical committee, and under Sandy's watch, Turning Points operates a medical clinic, dental clinic, and pharmacy for uninsured residents of Manatee County. Under Sandy's leadership, medical services at Turning Points have flourished. Even just in the past 6 months, the medical and dental clinics have had 4,000 visits and have done over $400,000 in free services. We have also recently added a medical director, volunteer nurse practitioners, and can even provide specialty services, including podiatry and dermatology. Plus, Turning Points is the only operational facility in Manatee County that can sign up patients for the free Harvoni hepatitis C treatment program.
Sandy's leadership and his investment in our community have made a tremendous impact over the 16 years he spent in Manatee County. In addition to Turning Points, he's served on a large number of boards, including Goodwill Manasota, United Way, Bradenton Kiwanis, the Manatee Chamber Foundation, and the Manatee Community Foundation. Each of these organizations impacts programs and services that affect people's access to health care in Manatee County. Of particular note is the vision Sandy had in starting Manatee Matches, which is a fund that matches donations to human service organizations. He's also a past recipient of the Ken Schultz Distinguished Leadership Award from the Leadership Manatee Alumni Association. At Turning Points, Sandy's leadership supports patients who might otherwise have utilized the local emergency room as a primary care provider, but now they can get services at Turning Points at no charge. That means that our county's most vulnerable residents, people experiencing homelessness, those at risk for homelessness, and the working poor, have a better quality of life with reduced costs to taxpayers.
We are so fortunate to have Sandy Kirkpatrick giving his time, talents, and treasure to address some of the most pressing issues in Manatee County. He is most certainly a champion of healthcare.
Congratulations, Sandy.
So when I first joined the board of what was then Community Coalition on Homelessness in 2011, one of my first assignments was to a task force to change the name to something a little bit less cumbersome. We decided on Turning Points because we thought this is a good way to point up the fact that we are helping our clients change their lives. So now, with the benefit of about 5 years of perspective, I've realized that everybody who walks through the door, whether they're a client or a volunteer or a staff member or a board member, we are all having our lives enriched and improved every time we go to Turning Points. So I'd just like to thank the Chamber. I'd like to thank the selection committee, whoever they may be, and I'd like to especially thank the staff and volunteers and board of Turning Points. Thank you.
Excuse me. Our next category is a community impact category. I'd like to ask Bob Turner, president and publisher of the Bradenton Herald, to please join me on stage to present this award. As Bob makes his way up, I'd like to once again call your attention to the tremendous support we've received from our sponsors. We could not deliver this award program without their support. Please be sure to review the list of sponsors on pages 8 and 9 in your program and take time to thank those organizations for their support. Bob?
Thank you very much. It's obvious that healthcare is important in this community, and the Herald recognizes that, along with all the other partners that have helped to sponsor this, from our weekly health section to our biannual or twice annual physicians directory to our reporter that helps people up and down the steps. But we're delighted to be here. I want to thank METV for your consistency and being with us all the time. This being the 4th year, and there's been a lot of people that have supported it from the very, very beginning. I have the honor of introducing you to the winner of the Community Impact category. And this is an award that was created especially this year. The judges would like to recognize Remote Area Medical, or RAM for short, and if there's anybody in this room that hasn't heard of RAM, I'd be surprised. That's a two-day healthcare event that took place at Manatee Tech, or Technical College. It brought critical medical and dental services to those in need, and it was a tremendously positive thing to do. It even served people beyond Manatee County, and thousands and thousands. We received 9 nominations for RAM, the RAM program, which is sort of an overwhelming result. Please help me in honoring Remote Area Medical, our 2016 Champions of Healthcare Community Impact Award winner. Let's hear from Lynn Ryan from Florida Blue and a volunteer with RAM about what took place over those very special days last November. As we listen, will RAM founder and president, Mr. Stan Brock, please make your way to the stage. Mr. Brock has a fascinating personal history that has taken him a lot of places around the globe. We appreciate his dedication to the RAM efforts, and also for flying in from Tennessee to be with us here in Manatee County. So please join us.
Over the weekend of November 21st, 2015, a truly unique medical event took place in Manatee County. This event had a tremendous impact on the community. The focus was on the medically underserved in our area and brought the medical community and hundreds of volunteers together. The event was the Remote Area Medical, or RAM for short. It's an organization that operates in the United States and at times internationally that hosts mobile medical and dental clinic events to treat the underserved in communities across the country. Its philosophy is to bring people together to address healthcare issues and see those communities transformed for a better and healthier future. Over that weekend, more than 1,000 patients received medical, dental, and vision care, and many other social services, totaling $368,000 worth of free care. Volunteers included doctors, dentists, opticians, nurses, pharmacists, paramedics, and social workers. Volunteers also included retirees, students, business professionals, educators, and many others. This event was due in large part to 2 individuals, Dr. Richard Connard and Glenn Giblina. On a strictly volunteer basis, they worked hundreds of hours amassing local resources, bringing on partners, and coordinating with RAM National. Work has already started on RAM Weekend this coming November that will be even larger and treat more patients than last year. Congratulations to Remote Area Medical for this Community Impact Award.
Well, thank you very much. Great honor for us to be here. And, you know, a couple of years ago, Glenn Gabellina came up to one of our events in Tennessee, and he said, we need to bring this down to Florida. I said, well, I've tried many, many times, but Florida won't have us. The law won't allow it. And then, what's his name? Dr. Richard Connard sort of got in the fray there and started, you know, kicking butt here and there. And so last year, we were privileged to be here and saw a bunch of people, and it took a lot of people. Many of them are in this room to make it happen. Healthcare in America should be a right, not a privilege. And in closing, I would say that the greatest impediment to providing healthcare for the poor using volunteers who don't get paid is that for some extraordinary reason in this country, a doctor, a dentist, a nurse, a veterinarian are not allowed to cross state lines to provide free care for the underserved at no cost to the government and no cost to the taxpayer. Well, we've managed to get the law changed starting in Tennessee in 1997, and now there are 12 states that allow doctors to cross state lines to provide free care for the underserved at no cost to the taxpayer. And I'm hoping that number 13 will be the state of Florida so that when we come back again, and we are in November, that we'll be able to bring additional troops here and have an even bigger event that will then spread across the state of Florida. Hey, thanks very much for inviting us down here. It's a lovely place to come. Thank you.
To present our next award, I've asked Randall Woods, Sales Director for Southwest Florida for Florida Blue, to join me on stage. Randall, thank you to Florida Blue for its leadership level of sponsorship for the Champion of Healthcare Awards. Randall?
Good morning. My name is Randall Woods. I'm the Director of Sales for Florida Blue in the West Region, and me and my entire team are very excited to be here and be a part of the Manatee Champion and Manatee Chamber Champion of Healthcare Awards. It's especially rewarding to me personally to sponsor the Youth Volunteer Award and Scholarship. I represent not only Florida Blue, but also Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Suncoast as a corporate board member. And this is near and dear to our hearts because we truly understand that youth are our future, and our involvement and interest in them helps to shape our leaders of tomorrow. At Florida Blue, our mission is to help people and communities achieve better health. We do that not only through providing quality health insurance, but also by giving, volunteering, and supporting the communities that we live in. So with our award format today, it called for us to announce the winner of the Youth Volunteer Award when we announce the finalists in the 7 other categories. So we all know that Flora Zamora, a student at Manatee High School, is our 2016 Champions of Healthcare Award winner. Please help me in congratulating Flora. Just to tell you a little bit about the work that Flora has done. Her volunteer work in our community is empowering others, particularly teens, to make healthy decisions. Flora is a leader among her peers and is described as wise beyond her years. She was the youngest student to be accepted in the Teen Health Educator Program 2 years ago, and she now talks with fellow students about very important health topics like bullying, teen pregnancy, STDs, peer pressure, and youth violence. Flora has reached more than 500 students in school and community settings, and many report that her presentations have made them think differently about health-related issues. Flora even had one fellow student approach her after a discussion on bullying to say that she realized that some of her actions at school could be bullying and that she was going to stop immediately. Her school advisors describe Flora as a very effective speaker who earns the trust of students. She is a passionate advocate on health issues and maintains excellence in her academic achievements too. She also finds the time to participate in church activities, clubs, and is active in her church. Her JROTC instructor says that Flora is one of the finest young leaders at Manatee High School and was instrumental in Manatee's JROTC receiving its highest ever annual inspection rating and an honor unit distinction. So now let's watch a video from Mary Ann Ledger from the School District of Manatee County.
Words are unlimited when it comes to introducing you to Flora Zamora, Teen Health Educator for Healthy Teens Coalition of Manatee County. Despite only being 16 years old and a sophomore at Manatee High, Flora is responsible, enthusiastic, determined, and mature beyond her years. Flora was selected as a teen health educator over 3 years ago while she was still in 8th grade and has hit the ground running as a leader. For example, Flora single-handedly organized a major recruitment campaign for teen health educators at Manatee High. She has dedicated over 80 hours of community service time through healthcare presentations to over 500 students in settings such as the Boys and Girls Clubs, PACE Center for Girls, and the Family Resources Teen Shelter. She uses her bilingual speaking skills to present to migrant farm worker parents and teens, as well as to speak about the Teen Health Educator program on the local Spanish language radio talk show. Flor honors her word even under adverse circumstances. At the beginning of the school year, Flor lost her beloved grandmother and grandfather within 2 weeks of each other. However, she did not cancel any of the commitments she had made to the Teen Health Educator program. She told us that serving her community was a way to honor her grandparents' memory. Manatee County is so very fortunate to have Flor as a youth healthcare champion. All of us who have the good fortune to work with her are consistently amazed by her ability to interact gracefully with others as she volunteers to serve and educate her community about teen health issues. Congratulations, Flor. We can't wait to see what your future holds.
Good morning, everybody. I'm very honored and humbled to accept this award. And I have so many people that have guided me and really supported me. I am fortunate that God has gave me so many chances and opportunities in this life. First of all, I have 2 strong, hardworking people in my family who have been wonderful role models for me and always have been there. My grandfather and my mother. My grandfather and my mother didn't have it easy at first. My grandfather was a teen parent and who overcame obstacles in order to come to the U.S. because he wanted a better life for his family. His daughter, who is my mother, was also a teen parent when she had me. My biological father isn't in my life, but my grandfather took the place of him. So therefore, he became the father, technically. He was the ultimate caretaker. He was always there for me, and he fed me, diapered me as a baby, and was there to hold my hand when I took my first steps. I lost my grandfather March 1st of 2016, only 6 days after my birthday, which was really hard for me. And I believe that I got the happy and pleasant, joyful outlook from him. And even in his last days, he found so much joy. One of the main reasons I help others is to honor his memory. There is also my mother. My mother is one of the hardest workers I know. She's the one I called bulletproof because, if someone says something to her, something wrong, or she's trying to support the good things, she usually lets it jump off, So my mom was also a community health worker. She went to educate vulnerable women in our community about how to take care of themselves. In fact, that's also how I learned about the Teen Health Educator program. That's when I went to the Healthy Start office with my mother, and Ms. Luz Corcuera handed me an application and suggested I applied. So, like I said, my grandfather and my mother had struggles from being teen parents that lasted a lifetime for them. But they worked hard to support me financially, emotionally, and in every way. They instilled the values of loyalty, duty, respect, honor, integrity, and personal courage. Those values were enforced and strengthened when I joined JROTC at Manatee High School last year as a freshman. I want to thank Sergeant Major staff and the JROTC staff for that. Those values were strengthened even more when I became a teen educator. I really want to thank Ms. Marianne Legler, Ms. Luz Corcuera, and Ms. Mindy for believing in me, seeing my leadership potential, and helping me develop as a leader. The Teen Health Educator program has really helped me become a true leader. When I applied to be a Teen Health Educator, I was fortunate enough to be selected. I was also told that it was just not a title. We are given 6 weeks of extensive training, and we are awarded a graduation certificate. After our Teen Health Educator graduation, we were expected to go out and give some presentations in our wonderful community. We also continue to meet monthly and kind of like catch up onto things and things that are new in the community. So Miss Marianne and the other adult mentors with Healthy Teens Coalition understand that it's a tough world to grow up as a young adult of my age. There are so many temptations, challenges, and pressures for teens. I have friends and fellow students who have given into drugs, but I also have family members and friends who experience the hardship of teen pregnancy. I am so proud that I have to share as a teen educator may make a difference in my fellow teens' lives. When I go out and present, I really try to give the message that you are not alone. I do not have all the answers, but my life hasn't even been perfect either. I had troubles and obstacles in my life too. I was also a target of bullying in late elementary and middle school, which really got me down because I didn't know how to deal with it. Therefore, one of my topics I am very passionate about is about bullying prevention. I'm not the only teen health educator who deserves this award. We never work alone, but we always go out in a team and give important health information to other teens. In fact, I would like my fellow teen health educators who are here with us this morning and stand to be recognized. Kara Peters, who has been named the Healthy Teens Coalition Young Adult of the Year last week. Markel Simmons and Willie, who has been last year's winner of the same award. And Jonathan Ibarra, who is lucky enough to be my boyfriend. In closing, I just want to thank the Chamber of Commerce for selecting me for this award. I also want to thank all of my mentors for believing in me. And finally, I want to thank my fellow teen health educators for being the best team that anyone could have.
Also, Florida Blue is donating a scholarship in the amount of $1,000. All I can say is, wow. I've been involved with this for the last 4 years, and each year our youth volunteers, it's just incredible. I mean, if that's the talent coming out today, some of us better sharpen our skills, but that was awesome. My takeaway from hearing her message is that in adversity we can all overcome and we can all excel, and it doesn't have to be a reason for going the other way. And also, as my friend over here would share, that sharing those experiences with others lets other people know that there's a lot of things happening that are challenging to folks, and when you share it with somebody, it gives them hope and gives them inspiration that they can move past whatever that obstacle is. So that was powerful. So thank you so much. Okay, and now we have come to the final award this morning. I'd like to welcome Gerhard Toft, Vice President of Regions Bank, to the stage. Regions Bank stepped forward at the very beginning of our planning 5 years ago to support the Champions of Healthcare Awards as our presenting sponsor, and committed again this year to our top-level sponsorship. Gerhard, thank you to Regions Bank for your outstanding support and making the Champions of Healthcare Awards such a success. Thank you.
I just have to say that, Floor, you're truly an inspiration. I think our community is in great hands. You have a bright future ahead of you, and I hate going after you because you did such an awesome job. You really did. Thank you, Steve. On behalf of Regions Bank, I am very pleased to be here this morning for these prestigious awards. The Manatee Chamber's Champions of Healthcare Awards are helping raise the level of awareness of the amazingly positive achievements happening in Manatee County's healthcare community. I applaud all the nominees, finalists, and winners. I know it was a very difficult task for this year's judges because we have so many people and organizations dedicated to the health and well-being of our community. Regions Bank is a strong advocate of Manatee County's healthcare community. For many years, we have been a proud supporter of local healthcare societies, organizations, and educational programs. We're also very proud of the relationship that we have forged with our local healthcare professionals. As a sidebar, I will tell you that last year we contributed and participated at the RAM event It was a phenomenal event. We look forward to participating again this year. We hope to have over 50 volunteers from Regents this year. We had over 40 last year, so if this year we have 49, I'll be very upset. But thank you, Dr. Conard and Mr. Brock, for everything that you do with RAM. I have the privilege of presenting the Champions of Healthcare Lifetime Achievement Award to Dr. Peter Mattina. Dr. Mattina has made a tremendous impact on thousands of patients and their families over an impressive medical career in dermatology. He has been a leader in his profession for more than 40 years. What was particularly impressive in the nominations received for Dr. Mattina were the references of the significant community service and humble leadership he delivers. He played a major role in the founding of We Care Manatee and has dedicated time and financial support to Turning Points. He's a longtime member of the Bradenton Kiwanis, and it was noted in one nomination that he can always be counted on not to just show up, but to contribute a lot behind the scenes to address big needs in our community. Dr. Mattina volunteers to provide much-needed dermatological services at Turning Points to some of the most medically needy people in Manatee County. His care has saved many, many lives. Turning Points serves a large number of homeless in our community, and as you can imagine, many of them live outdoors and are exposed to high levels of sun radiation and are at the high risk of skin cancer. They would suffer without access to care, which Dr. Mattina provides free of charge. He never seeks recognition for the many ways he unselfishly gives of his talents and resources. For more than 20 years, Dr. Mattina has also donated his services to the VA hospital in Tampa. He travels to Tampa to be of service to our veterans, and he himself served in the Coast Guard. He has also traveled abroad with Doctors Without Borders. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a rock star. Before we bring Dr. Mattina on stage to accept this award, let's hear from Mark Barnaby, who will share a little more about the tremendous service Dr. Mattina has given to our community.
I'm thrilled that Peter Mattina is receiving this Lifetime Achievement Award. It is difficult to know where to start to tell you about him without appearing to diminish some aspect of his career and life. As a physician, Dr. Mattina has spent over 40 years caring for the residents of Manatee County, and he always epitomized the caring and conscientious neighborhood doctor in his longtime office on 39th Street. As a patient who first saw Dr. Mattina as a junior in high school, I was always impressed that Dr. Mattina would spend time with me discussing my life, my studies, and world events during my visits. He still does that today. As an adult, I had an opportunity to see his extraordinary skill as a doctor when my son, Matt, had a very unusual and potentially debilitating skin condition which other physicians could not diagnose. Within minutes of visiting with my son, Dr. Mattina correctly diagnosed the ailment and quickly worked with him to get the treatment needed. Dr. Mattina has quietly donated his time, money, and efforts to assisting many in our community. He has served on the board of Turning Points for many years and has provided free services to Turning Point clients who often have a great need for dermatology services. He served a major role in founding and supporting We Care Manatee. Dr. Mattina served as president of the board of the Community Coalition on Homelessness, and while on the board, he worked to coordinate services and facility use between We Care Manatee and the coalition. Dr. Mattina has donated hundreds, if not thousands of hours to see patients at the Veterans Administration Hospital in Tampa, making monthly visits for over 20 years. He is a longtime active member in Kiwanis and has supported many not-for-profit organizations over the years, often anonymously. He has traveled to Central America to provide medical services for Doctors Without Borders. Dr. Mattina is truly one of our medical champions in Manatee County, as well as other areas of the world in need of medical care, in his understated manner and without drawing fanfare to himself. Equally important, he is an outstanding person, and without a doubt, the world could use more people like Peter Mattina, and Manatee County could not recognize a more deserving physician for this award. Peter, you are a true champion, and our community is indebted to your lifetime of service.
please help me in welcoming Dr. Peter Mattina to the stage to accept the Champions of Healthcare Lifetime Achievement Award.
Thank you very much. I think everything I was going to say in this speech has already been said, so I'm not going to drag this out. I do have just a couple of corrections. We were in Guatemala on a medical mission trip, but it wasn't through Doctors Without Borders, but through the Rotary Club out of Madison, Wisconsin. The interesting thing is when my wife and I presented ourselves there was a bedroom and there were 4 other couples in it. Well, we made the best of it and it was just a wonderful experience. There was only one bathroom and it did not work well. I'd like to just share a couple of things with you. One was an anecdote regarding Turning Points and what we have been able to do to help patients there. And we did see a gentleman who had a large tumor on his face. And he was a gentleman that was working. And he had to leave his job because of that. So we were able to diagnose his problem and get him care. And he was able to return to that job, and we had one less homeless person on the street. So this is what we're trying to accomplish. I wanted to say that I'm very humbled by this award. I'm honored and very grateful. I was very surprised when I was told that I had been honored like this. There's so many people that have helped along the way. I know that Jill Gass is here, and she was in charge of We Care when I was there and did an outstanding job. Adele has been over the top, and there's been so many people that have been on the boards during this time, and they've just done an outstanding job. This is not something I did alone. So I guess in closing, I would just like to say that there are many unsung heroes, and I would like to thank them, and I'd like to thank all of you for supporting something like this and all the good work you all do. I would especially like to recognize my family. I have just a terrific family. My wife Janice and 3 of my children, Cara and Justin and Amy are there, and I got 2 grandchildren there, and I've got the 2 wonderful ladies in my office, Renee and April are there, and my son-in-laws. Everybody knows Gris. And I guess you've met John. And all my many friends, many of whom are part of the elite Pilates group. You may want to know what the elite Pilates group is. Well, you can ask Conrad about that, and he'll explain it to you. But anyway, thank you very much for the award.
All right, well, what do you think? This was our 4th awards program, and what a hit. I know we will be leaving here this morning humbled by the knowledge that we live in an amazing community, one where people, businesses, and institutions work unselfishly for the good of all. Manatee County is a place where so many answer to the call to help take care of those in need. It is a place where people are empowered to make a difference in healthcare. Is there anything more important to our quality of life than our own health and that of our family and neighbors? Thank you once again to our sponsors. I hope you'll take the time to patronize their businesses and let them know you appreciate their generosity in supporting the Manatee Chamber of Commerce and the Champions of Healthcare Awards. And for all those For all of our nominees, we have a beautiful certificate for you to take this morning to display proudly for all your efforts to improve the health of our community. I ask that all of our finalists and award winners please come to the stage immediately after we adjourn for several group photos. That's all finalists. That's all finalists, capital ALL. And all, capital ALL, winners, please make your way to the stage. A huge thank you to the Chamber staff and Healthcare Committee for their work in putting on this spectacular event. Finally, thank you for attending this morning. We appreciate your support and look forward to seeing you at next year's Champions of Healthcare Awards, and we're all adjourned. Thank you.